Disneyland is expensive. You have the ticket, you have parking, you have souvenirs, you have Lightning Lane if you buy it, and then of course you have food. If we take some of the average, most popular items, you have the corn dog for lunch, you have the cheesy garlic twist for a snack, for dinner you have the beer grilled cheese, and then for your dessert you have a Dole Whip float. That's going to cost you over $40. Now, some of that's questionable if it's shareable, double that, and then maybe add in some churros and some drinks, you're going to be over $100. If you want to get some of the high-end, nicer dining options here at Disneyland, like Blue Bayou, it's going to get you close to $150. So today, we're going to try to stay under $40 for 2 people to eat at Disneyland. So that's $20 a piece. Let's see what we can get. So our first stop brings us to Flo's in Cars Land at DCA, where we will be getting Ramon's Low and Slow Club. So this sandwich has turkey breast, bacon, lettuce, and tomato on toasted white bread with avocado bacon mayo. It comes with a choice of cuties or steak fries, so we got the fries. All of this coming in at a cheap $12.99.
So I didn't have very much expectations for the sandwich. I never actually tried it before, even though it's been a very popular dish here in Radiator Springs. Finally got to try it, and I was kind of blown away. I thought it was really good. I give it a 9 out of 10. The bacon avocado mayo is kind of like special ingredient that really makes it above all other sandwiches in the park. So yeah, I thought it was really good, and I only ate half of it, and I'm relatively satisfied and even a little bit full. So yeah, I thought it was great.
So I would agree. I would also give it a 9 out of 10. I had the other half, and I'm feeling really satisfied with the amount of food I had. I also don't feel sluggish or anything, where I feel like I could go on Incredicoaster, I could go on Guardians. My favorite meal in DCA is the Pesto Club, and I think that this rivals the Pesto Club, so that really says a lot about the quality of the sandwich. And I would agree with Brandon in saying that I'm not someone who really loves avocado, but the avocado mayo was really good, and it made sure that the sandwich wasn't dry or anything. So I think if you're splitting this, you will be just fine, just happy. And so that was our first meal of the day. Next, we go to Hungry Bear in Critter Country, where we got the plain onion rings with a side of ranch. These come in at $5.79, but if you'd like to upgrade to red pepper cheese onion rings, it'll add an extra $3.20, boosting the price to $8.99, and still a pretty good deal.
Okay, so it's not a whole lot of food, but as far as a snack goes, because it's fried, it's actually pretty filling. And I mean, it's like $5-6, so it's a pretty good packs a punch as far as a snack goes. I personally love onion rings, so this is like a 9 out of 10 for me. But yeah, as far as the like feeling of fullness, it does a good job for a snack.
So in the order of the onion rings, we had 5, and I think that's perfectly fine to split amongst 2 people, especially considering we had lunch before this, we're going to have dinner after this. The 5 is more than enough food, and I think the only real problem is you're going to have to fight over that third onion ring, who gets the third, because there's no splitting, there's no half an onion ring, too hard to do, so you just have to fist fight and see who wins. For dinner, we went to one of the carts and got a turkey leg. There's a couple carts that sell them. We went to the one by Big Thunder. So this turkey leg comes out to 1.5 pounds, which is more than enough food for probably 3 or 4 people. But we're splitting it into 2 here, all for only $11.99.
So the turkey leg is one of the most popular meals in all of Disneyland, but I didn't really like it that much. Value-wise, it's a lot of meat for a pretty good price, so I give it a 6 out of 10 for the taste, but value-wise, it's really good.
In terms of the amount of food you get for the amount of price that you're paying, I would say that the turkey leg is probably the most worth it item at the park. It is a lot of food. I think we ended up sharing it amongst like 4 of us. Everyone had a little bit, and we still barely kind of got a lot of meat out of it. So I would really say that this is probably the most worth it item, especially if you love turkey. And when they get into some of the like seasonal and variety versions of the turkey, you can kind of really boost that flavor. And you can kind of mix it up. But I would say there's probably nothing more worth it than this turkey leg. 1.5 pounds is a lot of food. Lastly, we get one of the desserts that is synonymous with Disneyland beignets. We are in New Orleans Square at the Mint Julep Bar, and we got the 3-pack of beignets. This only cost us $5.49, and like our snack at Hungry Bear, there's an upgrade available to a 6-pack for an additional $3.50, which would bring your total price to $8.99.
It's probably like a 9 out of 10 for me. As far as like value goes, it's a pretty good price for 3 of them. They're pretty filling because it is fried dough, so it'll make you feel really full after. So yeah, I think it's a really good value for the price.
The beignets are another great item to share, I think. The 3 is more than enough. I think with that, you have the ability to eat them without feeling too full or feeling too sluggish after. I think we could have upgraded to 6, and we maybe would have indulged ourselves a little bit more. I would have been able to eat them, but I think it would have felt pretty bad after. So I think 3 is the perfect way to go. It's really easy to share. You know, they're a little messy just because of the powdered sugar, but otherwise I think they're really easy to split. Even that third beignet, splitting it in half, I think is the way to go, unlike the onion rings. And yeah, that concludes our dessert, and that is our last item of the day. All right. So we're in the parking lot now, and we accomplished our goal. We spent less than $40 on 2 people eating 2 meals, a snack, and a dessert. We actually spent $38.13, which comes out to about $19.07 a person. And the food was not only cheap, but it actually tasted good. And I think there are some other options if you want to go a little cheaper. These are not all the options in the park, but I do think that these are going to give you some of the most bang for your buck. It's going to give you a lot of food. And I came out of the day feeling full and not at all like wishing I had more food. So I think overall it's going to be a little difficult. You're going to have to do a little bit of research, but eating cheap in the park is possible. So that'll do it for us here today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.